Okay, before we bring Eric into Second Life, we probably should do some housekeeping. So, armature selected. I'm checking scale rotation is all okay. Same with Jim, so that all looks okay. Or not Jim, Eric. I'll have to get used to that. Everything's orientated X positive, which is good. We should probably clean up any zero weights on this mesh. So let me go into edit mode and everything selected. We've got our weight tools in our tool panel. So let's clean and let's choose all groups and we'll just press clean again and that should be good. And let's just finally check everything's working as it should. Yep, I'm happy with that. Right, object mode. So let's select Eric. Let's shift select Eric. It's armature. Let's export. And we'll export him as Eric. And we'll choose the rigged settings and export. Right, let's jump into Second Life. Build, upload, mesh model. Let's have a look for Eric. Who is there? Okay, so there you can see we got Eric with his tail. We can check on the weights to see him in a kind of a pose. And that's good. Okay, it's come across the upload options. We want to include skin weights. He does shrink a bit in the uploader, but that's normal. And we want to include joint positions. The reason we want to include joint positions is because we moved some of the joints, and especially the tail and the arms. Okay, so we want them to come in with a model. Calculate weights and fees. And it's saying land impact of 23. Because he's rigged, it is a little higher. And it will jump again when we go to Animesh. Upload 31. Model name Eric. Let's upload him. Okay, so let's go to recent items. Let's find Eric. There he is. And res him out. I do have a texture here somewhere called Jim that should fit him. That one. Yep. Okay, so let me just drag that on him. So he's got a bit of colour to him. Right. Okay. Now, we go into the Contents tab. I have an animation that animates just the tail. And I will give this to you in the class. It's tail anim Jim. Let me drop that in. Okay. We need a script to start this animation. So let's edit this script. It's a new script, so I can get rid of this bottom event. I can change LL say to LL start object animation, and I can get rid of this channel number, and I can put the animation name in between these quote marks, which was tail anim Jim. And I'll go to compile this. If there's anything wrong, if the name is not exactly the same or something wrong here, it'll give an error message, but if it gives a success message, we know that's right. So that's compiling. Compile successful. Great, that script's good. Come to the Features tab, Animated Mesh. It does drop down with Animated Mesh. Always does, I don't know why. Just bring them up to the right height. Right. So now if I reset the scripts in this, you can see his tail has started wagging. Perfect. Okay. Now, as I said before, the first animation seems to stick. It seems to become a prim property. Okay. So if I delete this animation, his tail will still wag even though the animation's not in there. And same with the script. We've seen that before, but I'm going to do something different now. Because I don't have a wealth of animations for bento rigs and that, I've got the tail animation set as the prim property, and I'm just going to give him a human animation, and we can see they're both working together. So let's edit in. Let's open inventory, and I'm going to use an animation that Easy gave in our animation class. Ease touch toes. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to drop that in. Now I'm going to modify my script to reflect this new animation, which was Ease touch underscore toes, and save that. Once again, the save has been successful. So I can close that script, and I can close Jim. And you can see that he is indeed touching his toes, and his tail is wagging from side to side. So that is a success, I believe. Perfect.